Hi there, my name is David Grant Miller, and I am the Mentally Ill Mentor. This is my self-help book, in case you were wondering. And it talks about practical principles for achieving and maintaining balance in your life. I'm in the bathtub because I wanted to catch your attention and keep it, and I'm hoping that you'll circulate this video to all your friends. And when you hear what I had to say, I believe that you will. And although it's kind of funny that I'm sitting here in the bathtub, I want to let you know that the message that I am going to share with you today in the next 5 minutes in this video is perhaps the most important message you may ever hear in your entire life. And I want to let you know why. It has to do with life and death. It has to do with good and evil. And it has to do with those things that are most precious and most important in our lives. For several months, it's really several years, but in particular in the last several months, I have been very uncomfortable with all the news stories that I and you, I'm sure, have been reading. Every day or two, we both read a news story about a man who has obviously let his stress and anxiety and depression and whatever other mental illness may be bothering him go way too far. And he decides that the best way to deal with it is to shoot his wife and then shoot his young children and then take his own life. Many times I have wondered why it is that I have delayed sending out a message to men like that and to women who are the wives who understand that their husbands are struggling but have no idea what to do. And many times I have asked myself, as you have asked yourself, I'm sure, when is somebody going to stand up and say, I've had it. That's enough. I know how to make a change. I know how to gently persuade people that there is a better way. And the reason I know is because I know how those men felt. I want to qualify that. I do not have any idea how it could feel to take your wife and your children along with you. However, I have a very good idea from personal experience of what it feels like to have feelings on a constant basis, day after day after day, of wanting to take yourself off the earth because it's such an awful place. And I am here to tell you from personal experience that I want to spend the next 10 to 15 minutes with you. I'm doing this in parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3. And my hope is to persuade you to think twice about your decision. Every day or 2 or 3, I read another story in the news and I think to myself, what if I could have gotten my message out on YouTube? What if this type of video would have been circulated around to 40 million people? What if those men who are thinking about right now, maybe tomorrow's the day. Maybe tomorrow's the day I'm going to put the gun to my head. And heaven forbid, there's got to be some of you out there watching in your private thoughts or thinking about doing that to your wife and children too. This is my plea. Please, as you watch this video, reconsider your feelings and take it from me. 7 years ago, I was tempted to take my own life. Not the lives of my wife and children, so I don't know how you feel when it comes to that. But let me tell you that it's the same things. It's the stress, the anxiety, and an altered perception that causes a person to feel that life is so hard. That's the best way to deal with it. I want to quickly show you my family. My wife's in the bedroom laying down, and she promised me that she was going to... She decided that I asked her if she wouldn't interrupt me, and she agreed. So she wouldn't be too happy necessarily if she knew I was showing these, but that's okay. This is a family picture, and it's a couple of years old, so it's a little outdated. We've got our oldest son, Thomas, my wife, Amy, and me, Harrison, Juliana, Jacob, and Rex. This is a good picture of our youngest son, Rex. He's 2 now. He was only about 1 when we had this picture taken. Oh, shoot. Okay, I can deal with wet paper. Okay, where do I put this? I gotta get a professional cameraman here one of these days. This is our youngest son, our second youngest son, Jacob. He's 4 now. This is our daughter, Juliana. She's our only girl, and she's 7 right now. I'm out of order here. Reverse order. This is our son, Harrison. He's 10 right now. And this is our oldest son, Thomas, who, if he knew that I was showing this on YouTube, would probably get pretty upset with me because he has a much different hairstyle now. When I look at the pictures of my family and our children, and I think of all the joy that they bring us, I have a difficult time understanding why these things happen. But I want to explain to you the way to get over it. And if you were watching at this moment, please stay with me. I have a message for you that is, again, the most important thing you may ever hear. It's a message of hope, it's a message of love, and it's a message from somebody who knows what it feels like to have circumstances in life that are so bad that it seems like the best thing to do is to end it all. Please, from someone who knows what it feels like, go to part number 2 and listen to what I have to say.